Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming back. I am going to continue with my report from Canada. Our leader, Justin Trudeau, who has a coalition government with the New Democratic Party, he has been under severe questioning in the House of Commons. In Parliament, we have a House of Commons. It's the same place where he beat up a woman in the House of Commons, and the RCMP looked at the video of when he punched her, and they said, well, it wasn't conclusive, and the RCMP, of course, just want to get appointed to the Senate, and that's up to the Prime Minister, so they let him off, of course. And now with this Emergency Act, he's now come up with a new excuse. He was asked to do it by all the police forces of Canada, right across the country. They placated him in his office to bring on the Emergency Measures Act. The police wanted it. Now, why would police want total and absolute control over the people? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what we have in Canada right now, even though our Prime Minister has said that the emergency measures, he's rescinded it. When you put the Emergency Measures Act, it is on for a minimum of 5 years. And it can be renewed after 5 years. Now, this is an interesting thing. Justin Trudeau's father first used it, in my memory anyway, and when he used the Emergencies Act, which at that time was called something else, I don't know, War Measures, I guess, War Measures Act. Justin Trudeau's father, Joseph, he sent the tanks rumbling into the streets of Montreal and Quebec City. He had the military searching people's homes. Many people got arrested. It got out of control. It got out of control because of the weakness of the Prime Minister. Justin Trudeau's father liked to shrug a lot, and he didn't do very much. He liked to chase the women in Hollywood. He had so many Hollywood girlfriends. We lost track after a while. Every man in Canada wanted to be him because, it's like saying you're Leonard Cohen. Whoa, oversexed and over here. So anyway, now Justin Trudeau is blaming the police. It's the police fault. It's not mine. I wasn't even there. But also, he has another problem. In Europe, he's observed as a dictator, and he doesn't like that because he loves Europe, except because it doesn't speak French. He doesn't speak Parisian French. He speaks a low class of French, they call it. There's a name for it in France, and they don't like it. However, as you may or may not be aware, the French people of Canada do not vacation in France. You think they'd go back to the home country. It's like where I'm from in Canada, I've gone to England many times, and I listen to them speak English, and I think, what goddamn language is this? I'll just give you an example, because Paul McCartney of the Beatles, when, in their early days, and even up to now, in fact, they do not pronounce the letter H. Have you noticed when they get interviewed, Ringo Starr and all those guys, you go, hello, hello, hello. Then Paul McCartney sits down at the piano, and he looks right into the camera, and he says, hey, Jude. Where does that come from? That's the letter H. Anyway, when you go to England, especially depending on where you go in England, and I've been in Scotland quite a few times, the Scottish accent is really something, and they cannot understand what I'm saying. They don't get it. Anyway, I digress. In Canada, we're having a leadership convention for the only opposition party now, the Parti Québécois, from Quebec and Quebec only, and they run in the federal elections, but they can't be a federal party, and we have lots of little exceptions of the law and democracy. Democracy in Canada is a very weak definition of it, I would call it. Very, very weak. And right now, Mr. Charest, who is also from Quebec, Poilievre is from Ontario. Anyway, Mr. Charest used to be the leader of the Liberal Party. But now, he's gotten to be an older man, and he wants another gig. Who wouldn't want it, right? So here he is in Canada saying, no, I'm a conservative now. I'm a conservative. I used to be liberal, hated it, absolutely hated it, but now I'm a conservative. Vote for me. I want those big paychecks in. I want the honor. I want to be called the right honorable. Justin Trudeau is not honorable. He lies so much. It's here. At the town hall meetings, they shout him down because he can't stop lying. And he blew up at the reporters when he was coming out of the House of Parliament. He was furious. But he didn't make any sense what he said. He shouted at them, but it made no sense at all. Anyway, here we are in Canada, trying to struggle on. It's, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, I think, here right now. Anyway, my friends are going to close it up. I make them short just because I I don't want to burn up the time and ramble on. Tomorrow there'll be another topic, I hope. I'm sure there's going to be. Thank you all for listening. I hope you're doing well. Here in Canada, we are in a hell of a mess, and that's a fact. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
Wow, Pedro gives you his special gypsy glasses and this is what you choose to look at? Pedro's not very sorry for you.